This is our Nissan R34, and it's ready to be transformed into a Too Fast, Too Furious Skyline. To catch you up to speed on our R34, we stripped the car down, we added a Cage Kits roll cage, and we even added all new body panels to the exterior. A new bumper, new hood, new fenders, carbon fiber trunk. We even welded on brand new OEM quarter panels from Nismo Parts USA. The car is back from the paint shop, and now it's time to assemble it for its debut on the SEMA show floor. And what's really cool is you can actually come see the car and meet the entire throtl team at the Meguiar's meet and greet on Tuesday, November 5th from 2 to 3 p.m. Now let's take a look at the parts we have going on to this project. Starting with the front of the car, we're going to be using CSF coolers. We've got a cooler for every component on this car. We've got a massive radiator with Dash 20 fittings on it, and it's really going to help keep this race engine from Platinum Racing Products cool. We're going to be using Motec's M150 ECU. I'm super excited to finally get to use one of these. We've never had one in the shop before, so it's going to be neat to see what it can do for this project. We're also going to be running Artec's cast steel manifold. This is also a first for us in this shop. We do use Artec products on almost all of our builds, but this is their Big Daddy manifold, and you're going to see why. Our Motec M150 ECU and our chassis are going to be controlled by a Rye-Wire mil-spec engine harness. He's outfitted these with Cannon plugs so that if we have to pull the engine out quickly, we literally just unplug this and the harness comes off with the engine. Super rad. We also have a ton of products from Frenchie's Performance Garage over in Australia. This in particular is their power steering kit. This is a modern pump. It deletes the Hikis setup on these cars, or all-wheel steering if you're not familiar. Deletes the Hikis setup on these cars, or all-wheel steering if you're not familiar. And it's a complete package with a billet mount that doesn't interfere with our dry sump system. We're also going to be running a sealed Odyssey battery, and Ricky's got that all set up ready so we can literally just bolt that into the car. We're going to be using a lot of Vibrant products as well, as we always do on our project cars. We're going to be plumbing our whole intercooler system with this, as well as our exhaust system. So we'll get into that more later. And as always, guys, we're going to be using Meguiar's products. As you can see, Meguiar's car care stuff is always on hand at our shop. They've been kind enough to send us this dope bag that we'll keep with the car to keep the paint from SOS nice and shiny. Thanks to Meguiar's for supporting us again on this awesome project. And as with most of our project cars here, we're going to be running Wilwood brakes. They've provided us a big brake kit. We're pairing that with Stuart Leask's billet brake caliper and rotor package that allows us to put this bigger system on this car. Now we also have a full brake line complement from Wilwood, and we're pairing that with a GK Tech ABS delete kit. So we'll have full stainless lines throughout this vehicle, and that will allow us to really clean up the engine bay a lot as well. With the engine, we also have the Clearview filtration system. This allows us to keep an eye on the oil through the top here. We can notice if there's any particles of metal in there before it can become a problem, which is really cool. This is a neat product that we're going to be using on a lot of our builds going forward. We also have some bits from Nismo that came from Nissan North America. They've partnered with us and supplied us quite a few products, as we'll show you as we go through, including a lot of Nismo parts, which is very exciting to me. Over here we have Siltec sensors and a bunch of other products from Platinum Racing Products. Siltec sensors are sort of new to the market, very accurate sensors, very good sensors, and we'll be running the whole plethora of those on this build. We have a Platinum Racing Products sensor block. We're also going to be converting this car to drive-by-wire using a Platinum Racing Products pedal mount kit, and we'll be using a Bosch 82mm drive-by-wire throttle body. This is a very common conversion for these cars, and we're going to be pairing that with a Plasma Man billet intake manifold, and we'll be plumbing that through a Plasma Man intercooler. Those have yet to arrive, but we'll introduce those when they get here. One of the really exciting things we're going to be doing to this car is using a 2-speed power glide. This transmission, or a similar version of it, transformed our Viper and made it much faster and much easier for all of us here in the shop to drag race. We're going to be pairing that with an air shift kit so that you don't have to take your hands off the wheel to shift it. It is going to be a game changer for this car. The nice thing is Platinum Racing Products makes a bell housing and a transfer case adapter so that you can use a power glide center section and keep your all-wheel drive system intact. It's really trick, and I can't wait to see it buttoned up in the car. And as always, guys, we're running Sunoco's E85R. We're happy to have them on as a partner again for this project. Let's be honest, this is a 100 horsepower cheat code for all of our builds here in the shop, and we love using it. E85R is a specialized fuel that's 85% ethanol, 15% race fuel. Its high octane rating helps reduce the likelihood of knock, especially with the right tuning and engine setup. A big thanks to Sunoco for being a long-term partner of throtl and providing us top-tier fuel for all of these amazing projects. And you guys know we love our turbocharged engines around the throtl shop, so we've chosen a Garrett G45 1600 turbo to supply the boost that we need to get this thing down the track. Moving on, we have a heel plate. This is just something to touch up the interior and give the driver's foot a level place to basically sit, because the floor pan usually has ridges and things can fall in bad places. Normally a street car has carpet, which fixes that. This carbon panel here is gonna do that for us. In order to shift our 2-speed power glide, we've got a Titan Ultra PG2, and this is an air shifted component. So our Motec M150 can actually control this shifter and shift the car for us as we go down the track, so you don't have to take your hands off the wheel. We've chosen Shockworks for footwork. I use these on my R32 project and they are amazing. These guys are out of Australia, and what's awesome is a quick phone call to these guys and they are willing to help us with adjustments and settings so that we can make sure that we get this thing dialed in for whatever track we're at. We've also added a line lock to the system, which we've been doing on all of our drag cars. This is super important, especially on an all-wheel drive car. We will turn the car into 2-wheel drive at the burnout box, hit the line lock, do a burnout, get heat in the rear tires. We will engage the all-wheel drive through the Motec system once we were past the burnout stage, and we enter the starting line in all-wheel drive. Really cool setup. It's gonna allow us to do rear-wheel drive burnouts. It's a must-have for any drag car. Moving on to the interior, we have Sparco's brand new carbon composite race seat. This thing looks super aggressive and it's very comfortable. Very excited to get this thing in the car. We've already test fitted it and we love it. We're not gonna be running a pair of these, we're only running one, because on the passenger side, we're actually running 3 nitrous bottles. This is super cool, and it's pretty movie accurate, because in the movie, they actually did this as well. We're gonna be using at least 1 or 2 of the bottles for the engine to boost it up with nitrous, and the other third bottle is gonna be for purging and for show and display. So gotta have that. It's such a cool look and such a neat thing to bring into this build to give more of that movie realism. And we've got also the full complement of nitrous system stuff that we need to, one, get nitrous into the engine and also purge, and potentially even use one of those bottles for our air shifter. We'll see how that goes. From Sparco, we also have a Halon fire system. This will be mounted underneath the dash and plumbed throughout the chassis, and what that does is it has nozzles throughout the car, engine, fuel cell, driver cockpit area. In case a fire breaks out, this will allow the driver time to get out of the car and potentially put the fire out. As far as the fuel system goes, we've reached out to Radium and they've supplied us everything we need to get fuel to the engine. We will be also running a mechanical fuel pump on the race engine as well. So this is basically the complementary pieces that we need to fill up our surge tank so that our mechanical pump can pull from that. As for suspension, we've got all new subframes. We're pairing GK Tech and Nismo parts to make sure that we have all new arms, Hikis delete, all those things that are gonna make this car handle super tight and predictable. We're also adding white line sway bars as well, and we've got all new GTR lower control arms and GK Tech uppers. We've got really cool Motegi Racing custom beadlock wheels, and we're pairing those with drag radials. This is a really cool setup because the car is all-wheel drive, and typically we screw the tires to the wheels. This beadlock setup is going to allow us to clamp that inner bead into the wheel, and it's going to allow us to get this car off the line much cleaner. You're probably noticing that billet blue piece back there on our rear subframe, and that's Platinum Racing Products' brand new 8.8 rear bolt-in differential kit. It basically replaces the factory R200 differential with a much stronger diff. This is capable of handling up to 5,000 horsepower and is proven already. We also have a ton of other components from Nissan as well that's going to help tie this subframe and chassis together to make sure we don't get any twisting events. It keeps everything super stiff and solid, allowing us to put the power to the ground. And as I mentioned earlier, we've got Nissan North America as a partner on this build, Nissan Parts USA. They've sent us a ton of OEM replacement products, so a lot of moldings, trims, a lot of the things that it takes to make this R34 look new again. It's something that I love. They've also supplied us with a new steering rack and subframes, as well as all new glass. I mean, look at this. Brand new glass from Japan. It's really gonna make this car crispy and new. I'm really excited to get all this stuff on and see the finished car, because it's gonna be a crispy new R34 that's built to go really fast down the drag strip. One of the last things that we have here is actually a Simpson parachute. We've never done one of these in the shop before. and then we picked up a rear mount. So Jesse Ortiz is gonna be here later this week, and we're gonna actually build a bash bar for the rear. It's basically a rear bumper bar. This will weld to it. Our parachute mounts on here. There'll be a cable running up to the inside of the car where the driver can pull a lever and deploy the parachute at the finish line. So this is a first for us here at Throtl. I'm excited to see how that goes. And man, I'm so excited to announce that we have launched the R34 Too Fast, Too Furious Skyline deck. We did skateboards one other time. They sold out so quick, we decided that we would decide to offer these as well in a very limited run. So if you guys collect decks, these are live now. Head on over to throtl.com and scoop one up before they're gone. So that wraps up all the parts we have for this amazing project. We still have a bunch of stuff inbound that hasn't been included here, so you guys will see those as they roll in or as we go to do the installs. I'm gonna grab Ricky and Quinn. We're gonna get this thing off the dolly and on the lift and get started.
You ready? Oh, are you ready? You ready? We're gonna drag this thing out onto the floor right here. We're gonna take all the body panels off it. So this bumper's coming off, fender's coming off, hood's coming off. Last thing we wanna do is scratch or damage the new paint, so we're gonna get everything out of the way. And then we're gonna get it on the rack. Look, I got you, bro. I got you, bro. Then from there, the car's going on the rack, and we're gonna get started by putting the suspension in. Let's go.
Step 1, take the bumper off. Step 2, hood and fenders off, and then from there we can keep going.
And I'm wondering.
Car's almost completely on the lift. The first order of business is we have to cut the chassis dolly off. You guys remember we actually welded that to the chassis so it wouldn't come off. Now we need to cut it off before we can start installing anything. Let's do it.
I need a light. Well, all 4 weld points are completely cut off, and now the car is separated from the roller.
Car's on the lift, chassis dolly is off. Next up, Ricky and I are gonna slam this entire rear suspension in. You ready, baby?
Well, let's see if we can even pick it up first.
Oh yeah, easy. Easy, easy, baby. Oh, it's already up there. I'm cutting my pants. Get it up there. Just pick it up. Oh, that's so easy. Okay. All right, easy day. See, I told you. Let's get it in the car.
Body looks like a tomato right now.
This 8.8 is heavy, dude. It's aluminum billet case, which is lightweight, but it's still a big day.
That is not lightweight.
Ooh, we might need to bring the car down. Freshy hardwares, freshy steel with the new bushings.
You guys are all done?
Oscar came to build the rest of the car.
What's up, dog? What's up, brother? You guys are cranking on it, huh? All right, rear subframe seems to be in.
We got our coilovers from Shockworks here. Let's throw them in, and then the rear suspension will be complete once everything's tight. Ready?
Yep.
This car goes down so slow because the car weighs
Doesn't
nothing.
weigh anything.
Yeah, slow it's going. It's gonna take forever to build this car, just because this rack. Rear suspension is complete. Let's move on to the front subframe, baby.
All right, Ricky, let me get a SEMA countdown counter. Where are we at? What day is it?
It is, well, right now it's day 1, but we have a total of, is it 9 days? 8 days.
We have 10 days.
8 days because 1 day is for social media and the last day is also for media, which means we don't get to work on it. So we have a total of 8 days.
What's today's date?
It's
The
the 18th, October 18th.
October
SEMA
18th.
starts November 5th.
No, but we're out of, I'm driving this thing out of here on the 1st. Yeah.
We have until Halloween,
Yes.
31st.
No, but Halloween day, you guys will be doing media day. So we have to the 30th.
Ricky, loosen this one.
Loosen that one.
Wait, so Quinn, have you done the math?
Yes, we have, go, tighten it down. We have exactly 10 days till this thing is gone. 10 working days until this thing is no longer in the shop. So I'm trying to fly. Rear suspension is already in, rear diff is already in, rear shocks are already in, front subframe is already in, front suspension is going on right now. And then we're just gonna fly, baby, and get as much stuff as we can in this car, and hopefully we wind up with a running car for SEMA.
How many days till SEMA?
It was November 5th, so subtract 5, and then we're on the 18th, so that's 2, the 20 is 10, that's 12, that's like 17 days.
All right, how many projects you still gotta finish?
We got, I mean, we're not done with this one, so that's one. We got TJ's Mustang. We got TJ's other Mustang that is still a concept right now. We have a 370Z. They have a GR86. We have an E30 that just pulled in on Monday. Full wide body paint job.
6 projects.
We just delivered one today.
7.
And I feel like there's one more I'm missing.
Probably 2 or 3 back
Yeah,
there somewhere.
about 7.
7? Damn, no problem.
7, he only completed 1, he's got 10 days.
All we got is 1. This guy's got 7.
No, bro, when do they have to take the car in delivery? The 1st, right? Yeah. You got 10 days.
No, not the first. Like the first one.
Subframe is in. Next up, we're gonna start throwing arms at it, and eventually we'll have a completed front suspension. Let's do it.
That's better.
Ricky's gonna see that in the video and be like, what the hell is that? You didn't even notice.
What?
He's not phased.
Well, it's Tuesday night.
If you were naked, he'd be phased.
Whoa! What? Whoa, whoa. Y'all better calm down.
Yeah, dog, shock works, front suspension, tighten this down. We're done. Next up, we're getting our wheelwood brake kit on the Skyline. We've got 6 piston calipers on front with slotted rotors.
And we have 4 piston calipers in the rear with the same style of sliding rotors.
These have been powder coated blue to match the blue on the Skyline, which is a very nice touch, and I cannot wait to see these on the car, especially because our beadlock rims are gonna be the same blue. It's gonna be sick. Let's get them on.
That's right, I forgot.
Let's go, baby! Do it! Come on!
Good parts there, eh?
Yeah, man, what makes this cool is my homeboy Stuart Leask actually makes these and machines them in Texas. So what he did was he spec'd out a parts list that utilizes his bracket using all Wilwood parts. It allows you to bolt the Wilwoods right on the car and be jamming.
It's also a beautiful looking piece too, man. This is gorgeous.
Yeah, I like how he pocketed it to kind of take some of the weight out of it and stuff.
Really
so
cool.
really makes the Wilwood parts plug and play for the R chassis. So
Let's get the rotor in. Come on, baby, look at these things. They look pretty good, huh?
Everything just fit. Everything just works.
Dude, it
Just
works
bolt
so
on
well.
the car. It's so good.
The blue though. Ooh, the 6 pistons, the 4 in the back. Looks awesome. All right, suspension is all in. All 4 corners of the brake system are completed. Let's move on to the next thing. All motors going in.
So Mickey and Ricky just installed our dummy block. This is essentially a bare RB block with the all-wheel drive oil pan on it. We're gonna use this for mocking. We have to take a couple of measurements on this thing to get everything sorted out. Our automatic transmission that's Power Glide is a little tiny bit longer than the factory manual is. So we're gonna have to get our custom drive shaft for the rear differential made because that 8.8 has a different yoke than a stock PTR, so the stock driveline will fit. So kind of things like that, we wanna mock all the stuff, and we still have to make a transmission mount because we haven't made one at all. So that's what they're getting set up for here, is get that in, get the transmission on the back of the transfer case on it, get it mounted, get our drive shaft length, and that'll help us move along with the build because we don't have the drive shaft ordered yet because we don't know how long it needs to be.
All right, well, that's gonna end day 1 with the car. I'm pretty comfortable with where we're at in the process. We've got a pretty narrow timeline. How do you think about it?
I feel good. I think we've set ourselves up very nicely to slam a lot of parts on this thing really quickly, which you guys have already seen. We've been working on this thing for 1 day. We've got all the suspension in, everything's dialed in, brakes are on, we've got a motor in here, and we're ready to keep going. So I think we're gonna crank really fast on this car, and it's gonna be awesome. Can't wait for it.
Ricky, what about the interior?
Well, the interior is still a bare bones. The next video, what you guys are doing the exterior, I want to be jamming on the interior, so it's gonna get done very quickly.
This car is gonna go fast, so definitely hit that subscribe button and tune in because we've got a lot of content coming at you fast and furious.
Wow!
And don't forget, you can see this car and us at the McGuire's booth November 5th at SEMA on the showroom floor. I'll see you guys there.